So again, the events in Orlando over the weekend have also raised some political questions. Who will it benefit? Horrible way to think about a tragedy, but it's what happens, especially in American politics. And the big question that many are asking, where's Bernie? I mean, Bernie might be on his way out anyway, but very few people have actually heard a lot from him. They've all heard from the Donald, because he sent out about 4,300 tweets in the last 48 hours. But where's Bernie? How is this going to impact the race to the White House, the events in Orlando?
Well, Bernie was too classy to send out a self-congratulatory tweet in the wake of the tragedy. So, no, he's very quiet. Not much about Bernie in the media at all.
Do you think that's because everyone's resigned to the fact that Bernie's gone? I mean, mathematically he basically is, unless something happens with Hillary like an indictment. I mean, that would be the only thing now that would get him the nomination. And even some are saying, even if he did get indicted, someone else like Biden might step in. But so whilst technically you can't say mathematically he's out, it's basically over. Is that why no one's covering him? Or has he pulled his head in?
You take this.
I think Sanders is intelligent enough to give space for tragedies like the Orlando gun killings, and you don't jump in there if you're a statesperson. You jump in there if you are, well, a Trump, basically, and you want to...
Or Clinton.
Yeah, she was a bit more restrained as well.
She
They've both said that we should bomb ISIS. America should bomb ISIS. Now, it appears that whilst the lunatic who did this alleged himself to ISIS, and because of that, ISIS claimed responsibility. Actually, ISIS didn't orchestrate this.
No.
So what you've got is the two front runners at the moment saying, we're going to bomb that part of the world that had nothing to do with this event. So that's pretty lunatic from Clinton as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Trump and Clinton are kind of two sides of the same coin, and they do have some outwardly very different policies. But yes, they're both trying to get electoral gain from this, and they're blaming ISIS. Clearly, this is more of a mental health issue. I think this is more of the sickness of American society than anything in the Middle East. And carrying out any bombing campaigns, and I think this would be Sanders' message, has nothing to do with what happened in Orlando.
I think Sanders was on a Sunday morning program, Meet the Press, and he just referred to the murders as horrific and unthinkable. He also said that our hopes go out to those who were shot that they can recover. And that's. I did a few Google searches on what has Sanders said, and that's kind of all that came up.
Well, yeah, his restraint benefits Trump, though. He will do wonderfully out of this, actually, because people are terrified. And a terrorist attack, which is how this is being perceived in the mainstream American media, is perfect during campaigning time for him. I mean, I'm horrified at the fact that there might be a big orange baboon with a red button in the White House, but, people want him to be strong, and Hillary's trying to catch up and play strong too.
And of course, Florida is a swing state. Florida is one of those 3 or 4 states that potentially can decide a presidency.
And it has before.